Jaguars are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
We got three. Come on, let's go. One.
Space to run past the 20. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Four down. Come on, let's go. White, 90. White, 90.
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw in that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. The Jaguars getting set to go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bortles on the give to Fournette. Fights through and now a crease. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognizes
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now here's something you don't see too often. They're 0 for 2 converting these in the opening quarter, but they're trying a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Peters. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week, he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And that will be incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
372. 11B, 11B.
Now Bortles. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Hill shedding the tackle. On target over the middle to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A toss play to Hunt. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ace! Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
The Chiefs is lined up for the kickoff. Number 2, ready to return.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Touchdown, Jaguars! In for the score, and the Jaguars are pouring it on. Well, they're just having fun. I mean, they are clicking on every single cylinder, offense, defense, and here, special teams.
And how about the extension of the lead? This one felt a lot like, remember Seattle, Denver, Super Bowl 48, Percy Harvin to start the second half. Seattle was already firmly in control. Now, they feel like they can't be caught.
Yeah, they are firmly in control right now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit. Maybe pump.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
39. Green, 39.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
11B, 11B. Tight end's right. Watch tight end. Move.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 22. Bortles now on first down. Open man right side is Sharp. And they'll get this down to the 10. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
Lucy.
On first down, Bortles. And incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll. And he's able to put it through. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
Black 58 rail.
Mahomes to throw on second down, and the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Hey.
They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Lucy.
Now this time Bortles will throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 39 that time. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing now is Mahomes. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And now it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it first and goal here from the 2-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Lambeau on for the extra point. And a touchdown there to help them expand the lead.
All you're looking for is as much separation between you and the other team as possible. They've got to feel good about what that touchdown gives them.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Tight right. 3 down. Slow. No, check that. We're gonna
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boyer with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And it's a Jacksonville touchdown. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Z!
Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback.
This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Calais Campbell with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 15. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go, interception.
11B.
Check 59, Mike.
Hank.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Tight end right.
A final shot before half for Bortles. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Check Mike 39. Check.
Z.
Watch the run.
On first down, Mahomes. Flush to his right. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go now.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes out to his left. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Ace.
I got 87. That's me, boys.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Peters. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And it may only be for pride now, but the Chiefs get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
The Chiefs is lined up for the kickoff.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Number 5.
Move. You.
Shift this side.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in. Complete. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch the screen.
Now Magoo. Flushed out right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Magoo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, was that Justin Houston breaking up a pass on his own drop there?
It was indeed the former Georgia Bulldog.
Yeah, normally what we talk about with him, rushing the passer. That's where he's really earned his reputation. But showing here he can be a complete player with that great speed of his.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Magoo. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And sometimes pride wins, doesn't it? Because, yes, they're getting steamrolled here right now. They're down big, and they're going to try a fake field goal against them. Yeah, I'm not supposed to root, but good for them for stopping that one and showing that they haven't given up on this game.
Yeah, I just can't believe, though, that they tried to fake with this wide of a margin up that big. But like you said, kudos to the D.
Yeah, if the blood wasn't bad before,
it is now.
It might have started that way now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Left. Watch twist.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, 54, Ricky.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. Sharks got it left side. And they'll have it it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10.
It's our time.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Lucy.
Check 53. I got wide.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Chris Jones able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now Bortles steps away to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
53.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
I got you.
Magoo back to throw, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score, and the Jaguars continue to roll. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He was with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. This is caught. A good pick up there of 22.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if
rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mahomes to throw on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Jack in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Throw! Ace!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout,
because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But when I was calling college football, I saw a game that a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent, and in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Magoo. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Here's Magoo looking to throw it. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
They'll try to punch it in with Yeldon. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
He'll drop to throw.
And on this play,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Bortles now on first down. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Let's go.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Shotgun now for Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Third touchdown pass of the game for Blake Bortles. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this is caught in the middle of the field. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 21.
We got trips. We got 3. Hey, guys, I got 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mahomes now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Snags it for the pick. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Lucky 56.
53 is the mic.
Detroit!
Quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Blue 90.
Now Magoo. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Fielded at about the 28. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And out come the Chiefs now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly.
This is caught inside the 15. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And, yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point good by Catanzaro as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But
this is caught inside the 15. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go. Move.
Hey.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal.
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Bortles going to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there at 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. Chillin' like a boss with my feet up. Got a bag for him with a visa. Pulling up the no the leader. Getting that while I'm she's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the pesos with amigos. I cannot with no zeros. Don't you when I no, I can't show you no love, baby. Yeah, I am a boss in the cut, Mayday.